Hello everyone, my name is Khrisnayana Pratama Wijaya.
My name is Calista Audria.
My name is Christo Kunardi.
My name is Kezia Morencocristy Suitela.
Hello, I'm Margaretha Isabella from Bina University, majoring International Relations.
We are from Group 9 with course Multinational Corporations, Global Strategy and Social Responsibility with our best lecturer is Mr. Roseno Affandi.
The private actors have the responsibility to achieve SDGs that have been set up by the UN as a call for the public and private sectors to promote prosperity while protecting this planet. IKEA, as one of the largest retail companies in the world today, is aware of the SDGs goals as they seek profit in expansion. They are also committed to achieving sustainability throughout their value chain. As hardware has become the most recognized and favored domestic retail by the public. So, if a foreign retail company such as IKEA want to expand its business to Indonesia, we think as hardware is a superior competitor in the country. Indonesia is the fourth most populous country in the world with the large workforce and abundant resources. So, this makes Indonesia attractive to companies as their expansion destination.
Multinational Corporation, or MNC, is a company that develops itself in the international market by trying to be present in various important cities in almost all corners of the world. Multinational Corporation is also defined as a company whose operational area covers a number of countries and has production and service facilities outside its own country. The ideological history of the multinational corporation itself is rooted in the view of a philosopher from England, namely John Locke in the 16th century, where this thought will become a perspective, namely liberalism, and John Locke himself has three main doctrines in liberalism, which he emphasizes, namely freedom of speech, where in this case, the freedom of everyone to voice their aspiration and prove and explain world phenomena that occur through various means and every contrary to religion. Freedom of asset or property, in this case the freedom for everyone to own an asset to create or start a business. Freedom of competition is the freedom for everyone, in this case the business owners, to compete in the market. And this is the root of the importance why MNC needs to increase their competitiveness to be able to survive and stay on top of the competition. In order to increase their competitiveness, MNCs conducts expansion with the so-called expansion motifs, which was proposed by John Dunning in 1993 from a commercial perspective, and those motifs are as follows. The first one is market seeker, where MNCs enlarge or search for markets in other countries. The next one is efficiency seeker, where MNCs expand because the domestic market is already inefficient. The next one is resource seeker, where MNCs looks for the most reliable resource, which means a lot but cheap. And the last one is strategic asset seeker, where MNCs build alliances with competitors, markets, and others so that MNCs become more competitive abroad. The four motifs will increase the value or shares of the MNC. In addition, if the competitiveness of the MNC is also higher, the higher the positive image and influence of the MNC in the market. Therefore, before expanding, an analysis must be carried out regarding the market and non-market actors.
Analysis always uses market actor and non-market approaches. Market actor, value chain, and 5 motor forces. Value chain is a concept describing the full chain of a business activities in a certain of a product or service. Value chain analysis was first described by Harvard Business School professor Michael Porter in 1985. Through this book entitled Competitive Advantage, Creating and Sustaining Superior Performance. Since then, this technique has become a useful tool for companies to help gain a competitive advantage. Value chain activities are divided into namely primary activities and support activities. Porter 5 Forces is one of the tools that was first developed by Margaretha Porter in 1979. Porter 5 Forces is a tool to analyze how the competitive environment can affect competition, this tool can also help to find out the advantage of a competition that will be faced later. Those companies can avoid making wrong decisions, anticipate weakness, and increase trade. There are 5 main points: threat of new threats, threat of substitutes, customer bargaining power, supply bargaining power, and rivalry of competitor, and the non-market actor, namely diamond theory, which is a model designed to help understand the competitive advantage that a country or group has due to the certain factor available to them, and to explain how the government can act as a catalyst to improve a country's position in the globally competitive economic environment.
Logistics for IKEA is associated with purchasing raw materials and ready items from about 1,220 suppliers located in more than 55 countries worldwide. The world's largest furniture retail conducts purchasing via its 31 trading service office in 26 countries. The top 5 purchasing countries for the Swedish furniture chain include China, 20%, Poland, 18%, Italy, 8%, Germany, 6%, and Sweden, 5%.
For inbound logistics, from 8 years ago, Hedge Hardware started working with Land Logistics, the sponsor of Logistic Viewpoints, to assist local entrepreneurs in purchasing goods at lower cost due to purchasing goods in bulk and providing logistics services to reduce shipping costs to stores. The role of the procurement department is to supply products from Edge Hardware Corporation, Kawan Lama Group, and third-party suppliers from domestic or foreign, mainly from Asia, Europe, and United States.
IKEA operations are divided into 3 divisions, namely franchise, property, and finance divisions, with franchise division being the core of the business.
For operation, Hedge Hardware strives to be at the forefront of its field by using do-it-yourself concept, which means that Edge does not only provide products but expect consumers to have knowledge in installing, operating, and maintaining products properly to get the maximum benefit value from the product. The hope is that with the help of an operation like this, everyone can be an expert.
IKEA outbound logistics involves warehousing and distribution of ready products from 422 stores in 50 markets in end users. Customers are responsible for costs associated with the transportation of goods purchased from IKEA store.
For outbound logistics, Edge Hardware tagline is fairly simple, which is the helpful place of a major American retailer. Edge is committed to being the most helpful hardware store on the planet. It was this mindset the Edge prompted to plan Hurricane Heroes in 2018, which has had its own distribution network, with the team deciding what small items could be stored in their own network, and for the larger items,
IKEA released in its catalogs extensively for marketing and sales, and more than 200 million catalogs are printed each year globally. Online sales channel is also extensively utilized by the company, and IKEA.com website attract 2.5 billion visits in FY 2018.
For marketing and sales, Edge Hardware is always innovating to reach more customers, as will always open new stores, development existing store, and will always try to be closer to customers through the development of new products lines and services. In addition, various kinds of promotion is carried out to attract customers.
Set of techniques and practice such as the provision of online and telephone customer service, offering refunds and exchange of goods whenever relevant, and encouraging customers to provide feedback.
For service, Edge Hardware simplifies the shopping process for consumers by providing promos. If they buy on the official website, customer will also get free shipping. In addition, Edge provides service shopping via WhatsApp to video calls so that customer can see directly the products they want to buy without having to come to the store. Edge also always highlights its best product.
IKEA's front infrastructure strategy. There are 4 466 IKEA stores operating in 63 countries. For firm infrastructure, IKEA stores are usually large in size, consist of departments of function such as accounting, law, finance, planning, and others, and they have a hierarchical organizational structure. IKEA business strategy is built upon the IKEA's concept is from infrastructure and strategy. In 2021, Ace Hardware has about 5,600 retail locations around the world, with the majority of them in the United States. The firm infrastructure also denotes a range of activities such as quality management, legal matters handling, accounting, financing, planning, and strategic management. IKEA Human Resources. IKEA plays an important role in developing strategies and assisting employees in case of difficulties. The report reveals that IKEA line managers monitor employees and continuously update them with performance level so as to enable them to create improvement and provide relevant training when necessary.
Research and development. And IKEA uses the augmented reality technology to visualize how the furniture could be updated using extra parts from other pieces of IKEA furniture. And ACE in 2020 launched the MISS, or Mobile Interactive Shopping Solution, where ACE customers can get help when shopping, from viewing products and promotions to paying directly without queuing at the cashier. And next up is finance. In the fiscal year of 2021, IKEA made a global net profit of almost 1.58 billion euros, or $1.693 billion. And ACE, on the other hand, in the fiscal year of 2021, made a wholesale gross profit of $932 million.
In terms of new entrants, IKEA focuses on selling online, especially during the pandemic, and continue to maintain low prices, but with innovation and stylish designs.
Ace Hardware does not change its business strategy with the arrival of new entrants and continues to maintain its strategy. Their strategy is to continue to multiply branches.
IKEA's customer bargaining power is high, so IKEA implements a low-cost strategy. With this strategy, IKEA applies low prices for all its products and holds promotions at certain times.
At the Ace company, buyers have low customer bargaining power. It's because only a few competing competitors offer differentiated products with various types as complete as Ace Hardware.
IKEA is one of the largest furniture companies in the world. Currently has 1,220 suppliers around the world who produce goods according to the agreed rules of the DIY standard.
Ace has hundreds of suppliers who compete with each other to meet their sales needs while still paying attention to a safe and comfortable environment. Ace also always monitors its suppliers so as not to violate collective agreements.
In trade of substitutes, IKEA's signature style of DIY and wide range of high-quality products and new innovations such as the use of artificial intelligence will help them to maintain competitiveness.
Although Ace Hardware is renowned for their product diversity and brand popularity, they lack the quality and innovation of their competitors.
Rivalry among existing firms is intense. IKEA faces both direct as well as indirect competition. The majority of large supermarkets such as Walmart, Target, Tesco, and Sainsbury's sell some types of the furniture.
As a distributor of household appliances and tools, Ace Hardware has many competitors. This is due to the increasing number of distribution of households and utensils that have sprung up both from the country and abroad. Ace Hardware's competitors also use the same strategy in marketing, providing low price and credit facilities for a long period of time.
Factor condition first is human resources. The human resources are one of the most important assets for IKEA to be able to adapt quickly and precisely to the values of the IKEA organization. Employees need to know the culture and the values that exist in Indonesia The core values are believed to be the key to IKEA's success and spread throughout the growing organization. The second factor condition is natural resources. These are natural resources available for strategy in industrial networks experience from IKEA in Indonesia. These natural resources are available to companies because of their location are relatively cheaper to access by companies.
For domestic market size, when it first expanded business to Indonesia, IKEA has only opened one store in Alam Sutra, Tangerang in the first years. This location, which is not centered in the capital but has easy access, still invite enthusiasm from the local community. Sophisticated domestic customer, IKEA Indonesia sees the trend of the domestic community in their business sector, demanding that IKEA develop unique home appliances of products that also have efficiency side. Seeing domestic customers who are mostly newly married couples who need the convenience of providing household furniture, and on the other hand, like the aesthetic objects to use, IKEA continues to innovate customer needs that anticipate needs elsewhere. The pattern of customers' behavior in Indonesia has made IKEA develop a better strategy since it first opened a store here. Consumers are happy with the IKEA concept, which offers a variety of interior booth designs that make the shopping experience more unique.
Company strategy. IKEA's strategy is to focus on the customer to provide them with the high-quality products that offer consistent quality and taste in offerings. Strategy in the experience industry network from IKEA promises value for money and satisfaction to its customer and designs its focus and strategic decision in the same way to enable maximization of the value for money to customer through efficient processes that also lead to cost saving for the company. Structure of organization. IKEA is a flatter organization that supports open and free communication. The company offers easy and quick access to manager and supervisors and thus enable a creative and trusting organizational culture that helps in the growth and advancement of the company. Competition with local rivals. Competition with local rivals affects its strategic development and focus. Companies are often pressured to creatively explore new ways and technologies to incorporate them into their routine operation. In this way, intense competition with local and domestic players has allowed IKEA's strategy in industrial network experience to introduce new processes and technology.
Next up on the diamond theory is related and supporting industries. The first one is related industry presence. The presence of related industries in the domestic and international market is a source of growth and development in terms of expansion and internationalization for the strategy in industry network experience from IKEA. The next one is rival industry presence. The presence of competing industries is also an important factor for the growth and development of IKEA's business, operations, and industry growth internationally. Therefore, in pressing the strategy in industrial network experience from IKEA, it can be by pressing industrial companies to explore new markets.
First, government policies. Government policies that has existed in Indonesia has support the presence of IKEA. IKEA has received support from the government to expand its production capacity. Government as a catalyst. The government has acted as a catalyst for IKEA's strategy in industrial network experience of several occasions. By being a catalyst, the government has supported IKEA's business, operations, and development plans.
First, we have natural disasters. Natural disasters can prevent IKEA's in industrial networks experience strategy from happening, and business activities and daily operations are disrupted and often stopped due to natural disasters. Then we have scientific breakthrough. Scientific breakthrough supports IKEA's strategies in industrial network experience operations and activities by providing support and opportunities for technological advancement as well as for operational processes. Business model is a basic model that describes how business can make profit. Through this component, The business will not run without direction because they already know what products they create and the target market to be addressed. The business model consists of several segments including value proposition, value delivery, value creation, and value capture.
Profit. The tangible. Generally in Indonesia, IKEA already has 6 stores and all of them also have restaurants. And revenue from the IKEA increased, driven by the opening of the new store in 2021. This was reflected in the increase on the revenue from the non-food segment of 812.5 billion from the previous is 680.26 billion rupiah. The intangible is to appreciate batik as the traditional Indonesian art and craft. IKEA Indonesia held a shared batik design competition between local universities to provide batik uniforms for all IKEA staff to wear. The second section of value proposition is people. IKEA joins the Eyewitness program. This program is a program funded from the annual IKEA campaign for good which aims to help the most vulnerable children in the world. IKEA focuses on saving resources and helping to create a better everyday life for people. More than 50% of the products are made from durable or recycled materials.
First, customer segment. IKEA has a variety of customer segments, namely those with low incomes, small business, restaurant developers, customers who are looking for furniture at affordable prices, some even from several countries. They come to IKEA with different backgrounds and interests. Advertising. In promotional activities, advertisements through mass media such as television, magazines, newspapers, and radio. IKEA has also placed advertisement by creating an official website and social media accounts such as Instagram to promote it. Public relations. Public relations at IKEA Indonesia has a role to support and facilitate all kinds of activities or strategies that have been planned by IKEA. For direct marketing, IKEA Indonesia carry out direct marketing activities, namely through a platform called IKEA Business, where IKEA Indonesia offers a place that provide for customers to open a small to medium business or office located in the IKEA Indonesia area, so the both parties benefit equally. And for offline store, the offline store where IKEA in Indonesia has opened 6 offline stores, namely IKEA Alam Sutra, IKEA Mall Taman Anggrek, IKEA Kota Baru Parahyangan, IKEA Jakarta Garden City, IKEA Bali, and IKEA Sentul. And for customer relationships, IKEA has a IKEA Family Club. The customer club was implemented at IKEA by publishing the IKEA Family Club. This IKEA customer club card holder can get access to information on IKEA products and services, either from magazines, newsletter, or discounts on purchases of IKEA products and other products that work with IKEA. IKEA also have IKEA gift card, where the IKEA gift card is easy to use as a prepaid shopping cart. It's very useful to giving gifts on any occasion, such as newborns, birthdays, shopping for school supplies, and weddings, and more. And the last, IKEA service. In IKEA service, we offer a variety of service to make the customer's IKEA experience more complete, such as transfer service, assembly service, home furnishing advice, payment options, and installation service.
Key activities. The IKEA concept is started with the idea of providing a variety of affordable home furnishing products, not just for the few but for the many. For key resources, IKEA has a supply of raw material, product development, product design, production and processing manufacturing, sales flow, and customer services. IKEA uses wood in almost every product it owns. IKEA is constantly looking for ways to maximize the wood used by designing products, to minimize the amount of material needed, and increase manufacturing efficiency. Cotton is one of the most important raw materials in IKEA production, from sofas to cushions to mattresses. In reality, cotton is cultivated in a way that harms the environment and the farmers, because cotton cultivation uses large amounts of chemicals and water. The wool used by IKEA comes from 100% responsibly treated wool. IKEA follow the RWS standard, which means that the wool used only comes from sheep that are well cared for, and the land on which they are fed and raised is managed responsibly. Work colleagues. Around 800 co-workers share a specific set of values and visions to enable people to live better and more sustainable everyday lives. Community. Engage in the communities in which we operate to learn and share ideas and collaboratively create positive impacts on livelihoods and contribute to inclusive local economies. Suppliers. To date, there are more 2,000 suppliers and 11 producers from Indonesia have become suppliers at IKEA. Customers. Without customers, IKEA would not exist. IKEA business engage customers in many ways, such as in-store, online, or distributing brochures, etc. Government. While in Indonesia, IKEA has also established good relations with the government in various fields, including mutual assistance between the government and IKEA to advance the economy in Indonesia.
For the cost structure, IKEA costs go into designing and marketing the product. It also spends on distribution. Not only that, IKEA cost structure also consists of raw material costs, production costs, advertising costs, and labor costs. From 2021 and to 2022, IKEA continues to face significant transportation and raw material constraints that increase costs without increasing like in the future. For the revenue stream, as of first year 21, IKEA franchise operated 458 traditional IKEA stores in 61 markets, as well as several test locations. In first year 2022, IKEA franchise will enter 3 more new markets. There are Puerto Rico, the Philippines, and Oman.
From the analysis above, we could see that based on the value chain, IKEA is superior in most categories, such as human capital, research and development, and financially, while Ace Hardware, on the other hand, is only superior in the firm and infrastructure category. Moving on to the 5 quarters forces, we could see that IKEA and Ace Hardware are somewhat balanced with one another, although we could imply from the analysis that IKEA has a little bit of the upper hand regarding the bargaining power of buyer and threat of new entrants aspects. Thus, we can conclude that IKEA has a major competitive advantage against Ace Hardware if they could maintain the current advantage on the long run. Based on the analysis within the diamond theory, Indonesia as a host country would fit perfectly for IKEA to further expand, because through the analysis before, we could see that government policies that exist in Indonesia have supported the presence of IKEA since its arrival. And Indonesia also have an abundance of natural and human resources, which is a good sign for IKEA. For the host country itself, Indonesia will benefit from more job opportunities and the collaboration between the government and IKEA to promote local small-medium enterprise or UMKM will help the local economy. Therefore, we have chosen Indonesia because it will definitely increase our competitiveness, especially within the Southeast Asia region, based on the reasons above.